At this moment, I am having a few problems with him snapping a little bit. You can see him kind of snapping there. His hand has moved. So, and I know that it's very hard to try to match both the IK arm and the FK arm. So the easiest solution for this is not to try to align them perfectly both on the same location, because right now, I have the FK arm, which is the one that comes down and approaches here, and I have it sort of placed where I think it's aligning with the IK, and I have the IK arm there sort of placed where I think they're going to align. So what is happening is that you can see they are not perfectly aligned, and that's why I'm seeing that. So the best solution for it is to generate the transition from the FK to IK, not going from one frame to the other, but making it longer. So that way I can say maybe it happens over 10 frames. So I'm gonna grab the FK and keyframe and just move it backwards 10 frames. So then I have a transition that makes it a little bit smoother, and I'm not dealing with the thing glitching. Of course, the fingers are not matching, but it is a matter of me going and cleaning up the fingers and doing some work with it. So now I'm seeing that that's a little bit better. I also have here a little glitch that my character is showing. You see that it's kind of jerking a little bit prior to him start pulling up, and that is probably generated from some keyframes that are not aligned correctly. You see him kind of jerking there a little bit. So I think what I need to do is I need to verify what is it that is jerking like that. I can see here the little jerk that is happening, and I see that the root is locked there, so the root is not doing it. I see the first one is doing some of it, so I'm just going to take a look at that and see, and you see the jerking going on there. So, and it's because the way keyframes are created, they generate sometimes the auto spline generates things like that. So I want to make it the best possible by trying some of the different options in the tangency the graph editor to see if I can fix it. So I'm going to just start going with the auto spline, and auto spline actually did it. I could try some of the other ones just to see it. I'm going to just undo that, because sometimes these guys don't do it. So you can try any of those, and most of them will do their work. I'm going to undo it, but because sometimes you cannot make it work, even though you use all of them, you doesn't do what you want to do. So you can come here on this side. These guys or these buttons here allow you to change it a little bit more manually. So for example, I can break the tangency here by clicking on this guy while I have this one selected. I can break the tangency. You see that the weight changes, and I can now grab this guy and then I can move it manually, breaking the tangency between the two. In this case, it doesn't make sense because it'll work fine, but and then you can just manually align them the way I want it. So that helps a little bit with that. It's still jerking. The other ones are jerking, but I just have to go through all of them. I'm gonna just select them and manually fix them all. So that they all I'm selecting them and hit F. So my keyboard just changing them. This one is the one I want, and then this other one I'm just selecting them and just hit F on my keyboard to correct that little problem there. All right, so that probably takes care of it. So he doesn't jerk that much anymore, and then that is a good step there for me to continue cleaning up.